Thank you for tuning in to the Helium Radio Network. You are listening to a rebroadcast of a previously recorded show.
Hey guys, welcome back to Sessions with Sarah. I'm here with Keisha Greaves. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Yes. I'm always worried I'm going to mispronounce somebody's name. Keisha's looking really fly with those glasses. Girl, where are those from?
These are from a company called Vogue Me. It's like VOOGUE Me. And oh my God, because like when you're online, just like shopping, minding your own business, just on Facebook, and then these things pop up. I'm like, Great, now I'm spending my money. So when I just loved to wear glasses growing up, I never had to wear them, but I used to beg my mom, I want glasses. Like a weirdo. We go see an eye doctor. He's like, you have 20/20 vision. I'm like, no. So yeah, I just like to wear them. They're like stylish, and I don't know, they make me feel like studious. Like, okay.
You look studious, but you also look super fashionable.
Yeah, so thank you.
All right. So you have a podcast, but also a t-shirt line that is Girls Chronically Rock, which is true, right? And I need one of those t-shirts I was thinking about this morning.
Yes, you do.
But you have a really inspiring story, and that's why I asked you on here. I do pharmacy, so I do all the medical professional ththings, and I wanted you to tell everybody where this whole idea came from. And you suffer from muscular dystrophy, and that's crazy. But you have such a spirit that I love, that I just wanted you to come on and tell you about tell us about your journey and everything. So I'll let you take the mic on that.
Okay, sure. So yes, I am the CEO and founder of Girls Chronically Rock clothing brand. The brand was inspired because I was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy in 2010. But I always did have a passion for fashion and studied fashion design and merchandising at Framingham State University. And then I went on and got my master's in business. But it was while I was in actually graduate school receiving my master's degree that I started to get really weird symptoms within my body.
Okay.
It just kind of honestly happened out of nowhere. I would just be walking and my leg would kind of just give out and I would lose my balance. So then that's when, I just kept on happening, but I just kind of brushed it off.
Mm-hmm. As we all do, because we're so busy.
Like, I need to lose some weight.
Nothing wrong with me.
Yeah, but then it just kept on happening. And it was like the last time me, my mom and sister were at the supermarket and we're like, I'm pushing the cart, we're walking out. Boom, I fall to the floor without no hesitation, no notice. I just lose my balance and I fall. And it was like when I fall, it's like I'm a dead weight. It's not like I can just hop back up. Or when someone tries to help me, it's kind of like pretty hard because it's like it's a dead weight. It's like, that's the best I can describe it.
You can't get back up.
Exactly. It's just like kind of like just there. And it was at that moment where my mom was like, I think we need to go see an orthopedic. Let's go see, So I was like, all right, no big deal. We go see an orthopedic out here in Boston, Tufts Medical Hospital. We go in. I always remember the doctor's appointment, regular examination. Two doctors come in. They're like, oh, raise your right leg as far as you can. Raise the left leg. And the legs would not go like an extent like how they normally should. And that was the first time I noticed that. And then they both looked at each other and was like, I think you need to see a neurologist because this looks like something more neuromuscular. They're like, I was like, all right, a neurologist, what are they talking about? So I was like, whatever, I'll go. I go see a neurologist out here in Cambridge, Mass. And we go straight to it. We do testings, MRI, EKG, EMG, which I'm sure you're probably familiar with some of these. These are all new testings. I was like, what are these? But then it's like from the muscle biopsy that we took, that's when they determined that you have muscular dystrophy. And that's when crazy. Everything changed.
Yeah. And just in that kind of moment. And that's like, in other podcasts I've referred back, because I know all about the neurology thing. When I had that awful car accident last year, somebody hit me and I rolled down the highway. So you never know in an instant when your life may change. And that, I can't even imagine going through what you did. And then, and the muscle biopsy, that must've been very painful.
It was painful, but I'm such a weirdo too. It's like a part of me, if I wasn't so groggy, I felt like I wanted to touch it. The muscle part, I'm like weird like that. I'm like, wait, I kind of want to touch it, because it looked all gooey. But yeah, I was wide awake. And I was like, oh, okay, they just went straight to it. I was like, okay.
Oh my God, you poor thing. You're like, yeah, no, but I want to be involved in fixing this. Now, I'm not sure if you know though, like when I was reading up about you, I'm also from Boston.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I work in the city. So we're close. So once we come out of this pandemic, we can go out.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait for this to be over.
God, how have you been surviving pandemic life? It just must, I feel like right now, as we're in the new year, I'm tired. I'm just over everything. I mean, the vaccine's coming. Hopefully I get it soon. You would probably be on the list to get it soon, I would hope.
Yes, I heard, especially the building I live, because it's a lot of like older people.
Okay.
I'm hoping that they might even come here to do it, just like how they came here to give us a COVID test. So
Okay.
I'm hoping, but I am going to double check with my neurologist just to make sure. He's like, okay, you can get it. But I'm like, I'm going to get it. Like, what? I'm like, I'm already here dealing with this. And I'm like, what if this vaccine has some kind of, I might get up and start running.
Yeah.
What if this is like some kind of cure?
There is not a downside to that. I love how positive you are. You're just so positive about, I mean, it has been a grueling year though. It just has been. And we're all just sitting around. Now we're in the winter. And it's just like, what do we do?
Exactly. But it definitely has been crazy. I pretty much have been staying inside. I'm more of an introvert anyway. So I feel like I've been very productive and
You're an introvert?
doing things online. Yes.
I don't see that.
Yes, I'm like okay with being inside, and I like love watching my TV shows. I'm a TV fanatic. I tell people I watch everything to the Kardashians. I watch This Is Us, Housewives of Atlanta. So it's like watching my shows honestly keeps me sane and entertained. I tell people, if that makes sense. But it's like, I've been pretty much here, and I love that I've been getting opportunities with via Zoom, like speaking engagements where opposed to like it may be difficult for me to get to or, transportation wise. So I do kind of feel like the world shifted so quickly where someone like myself in the disability community, this is something we have been asking for a long time, if that makes sense. And I'm sure you can probably understand where we, there was a job, I really can't say the place because I do have an MCAD discrimination case going against them, but certain, like I was doing merchandising, I specifically asked, if I can work from home due to my muscular dystrophy progressing, and they totally said no and terminated me. And it's like, look at now how quickly the world has changed, shifted with online. Now I'm having televisits, doctor visits over the phone, and it's like, was this so hard? This is like something we've been asking for so long. So I feel like it can never go back to the way it was. They can never say, no, you can't. I think even the kids might have a hard time getting snow days now. Because now when it snows, they can say, well, you can just hop on Zoom.
I know. That was always a great excuse for things.
Exactly.
No, I agree. I don't think things are going to go back to normal. I have to say, like, prior to this, the doctor, one-on-one with Dr. Sarah was in Nashville and out of Nashville. I was traveling all over Boston, interviewing people. And I can tell you, this is way easier to get ready in 5 seconds and run down my stairs and get on a call with somebody.
Exactly.
So, I never thought I'd have a podcast or we'd be on Helium Network, but here we are.
Yes.
So you never know.
Some positive things. Yeah, you never know.
Right. So tell me what's in the background there. I love sparkly things. So I'm seeing some. Oh
yes, this is my Let me try to turn my wheelchair around. This is kind of have my sign back here.
Oh, it's cute.
Girls Chronically Rock, and then those are just kind of 2 curtains. I bought 2 drapes from like a backdrop from Amazon. I'm obsessed with Amazon, as I'm sure you probably are. I'm like, they're getting all my money, so then I just kind of put them together because I want to get the colors of my logo, and then I just had my PCA attach like some masks that I have made during the COVID with the inventory of t-shirts that I have here. I kind of recycled them and made them into face masks.
Oh, I love it. That's okay.
Yeah. So now I have face masks as well, selling online.
You got everything going.
Yeah, I'm trying.
You also, because we were talking about Boston, you are the Massachusetts ambassador for muscular dystrophy. Which is
so I was the former ambassador. So right now I am not.
Oh, okay.
I am still very, heavily involved with them, communicate with them all the time, and just want to get involved and bring awareness, to the Muscular Dystrophy Association, community. So yes.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So tell us a little bit about your podcast and who comes on. Do you have people on or you just go on and talk?
Yes, I do. At the beginning, I was just talking, just kind of updating
It's always
people
like
about,
the first couple.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just talking about myself, what's going on, my feelings. And, then after a while, I was like, all right, I think it's time to bring some guests on. So I do bring guests on here and there. Right now it is on pause, and I would pick back up in the new year. And then I'm hopefully looking to get a list of, people where I can just kind of set up and record on Mondays like I was, and just kind of put that time slot in, because I'm like, I don't want to put it on the back burner like I did before. I just want to keep going and putting my podcast out there.
Yeah. And what else do you have coming up for the year? You're going to keep selling merchandise and creating?
Yes. So I'm going to continue to sell merchandise. And the most exciting part is I'm actually working on a Girls Chronically Rock adaptive accessible swimwear collection.
Get out.
Yes. So I am excited about that, because I'm like, pre the pandemic, I tell people like I was going to Spalding Aquatic Therapy twice a week.
Okay.
Aquatic therapy for someone like myself with weak, muscles, it's like when I'm in the pool, I'm like a mermaid. It feels so awesome. I can do things in the water that I can't do on land. So as you can imagine, even for an able-bodied person, when coming out, you know how that bathing suit just pretty much stuck to you, and then to take that off. So imagine someone like myself. I'm standing up, trying to hold onto the wheelchair with all my mighty, trying not to lose my balance. So I'm like, if this was accessible, something with a one piece with like the Velcro, and I'm trying to test it with different hooks. So right now I'm working with a manufacturer in Canada, and we're testing out some pieces. So I'm excited, and I'm hopefully going to launch that by February 2021, because I think this would be awesome. And I would love to see it in like Spalding, like gift shops and the, hospital gift shops, because I'm like, this is a game changer. Some people may think when I mention swimwear, they're like, oh, well, that's seasonal. And I'm like, no. Someone like I go to swimming all year round. I'm only not swimming now due to this crazy pandemic. But once it's over, I can't wait to get back into the pool, because I want to get back into exercising.
That's a creative idea. Everybody who also they're always like, Sarah, I got a jacuzzi, because I was like, ooh, summer. I was like, well, I can't go to the beach. I know, poor me. Can't go to the beach, and I can't go to a pool. So what am I going to do? So I put that in there. So like, I get it. Those are one pieces that I wear in that. And I can't imagine trying to it's a pain sometimes. Some of them are just so stuck.
Exactly. It is. It's like, but the pool is so worth it.
That is so cool, though. You'll have to come back on once you have that developed, and we'll do a little promo for it. Throw it up on my Instagram and all that.
Yes, thank you. I would love that.
Definitely. So you should also write a book, I think.
Yes, I was a co-author in a book. So it was like me and other authors as well. So it's like when people are like, oh, you wrote a book, and I'm like, yeah, it's not like, like my own book. Eventually I do. That is one on my bucket list, to come out with a book of kind of like my journey from the day I was born, September 5th, 1985, until now. But so it was kind of like a co-author book, and I was able to share my story. And some people, they purchased it, they enjoyed it. So yeah.
Well, your story is amazing, and I think you should do that. And I think you should come on the sessions. And if you just even want to speak out, we can talk about fashion, relationships, and everything else, because that's what we do here.
Yes.
We go about, I know you're in a TV, but I cannot stand the Bachelorette show. I hate it.
Yes, I don't watch that.
You don't?
No,
Thank
I
God.
don't. I actually don't watch that, surprisingly.
That's one of my, everybody laughs about it, because I'm very honest. I cannot stand that show. So, but I'm going to suggest, have you watched The Flight Attendant?
Yes, I just finished that. I was just telling my PCA, I'm like,
I'm on 5. I'm gonna.
Okay,
5.
I finished it. I'm obsessed. I'm ready for season 2.
I know it did get news, so it's gonna be good.
Yes. And I love that actor. She's always plays a good role. So I'm once I seen she was in it, I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch it.
I know. Yeah, she's had a nice run in Hollywood, I'd say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So any other TV show suggestions you have, send them over.
I will. I definitely will. And where can everybody reach out to you? You guys, you need to know her. I'm going to get some t-shirts. I need a t-shirt.
Yes, please
I'll put it on
do.
My gram.
Yes, you can definitely check out my website, girlschronicallyrock.com. And I am also on Instagram, girlschronically_rock. Same with Facebook, my business page, Girls Chronically Rock, and Keisha Greaves, my personal page. So please feel free to send me a message. DM me or whatever. I love to hear from people, and definitely check me out.
Oh, yeah. For sure, I will keep in touch with you. I'll have some funny things for you.
Yes, especially we're in Boston. I can't wait. I'm like, I don't know why I didn't know that.
It's okay. Nobody knows.
Where exactly are you in Boston?
I live in the South Shore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Where are you?
Yeah, I'm in Cambridge, right by Central Square.
Oh, okay. I'm in the city a lot. I work over at the Mass Ave pharmacy. I won't name their names, but
Okay. Nice. Yes.
Yeah.
I can't wait when this COVID's over.
I can't either. Well, in a few months we'll have our shots and then we can go hang out. Poor restaurants here in Massachusetts. We gotta go support them.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Well, you have a great new year and keep in touch with me. You've just been just so lovely to have today.
Same here. And it was a pleasure. Thank you for having me on your podcast.
Of course. This is Sarah from Sessions with Sarah, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Helium Radio. The views expressed by show hosts or their guests are their own and should not be construed in any way as advice from Helium Radio. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our website. Personal perspectives expressed by the producers, writers, and editors will always be presented as such. Any rebroadcast or retransmission without the express written consent of Helium Radio is strictly prohibited. Thanks for listening.